Alrighty, so hello, I'm Miss Mystic, and this is your 11 card reading at yahoo.com. Dr. Pepper, I don't know if that's significant for somebody. Dr. Pepper, okay, but I have to explain the download. First of all, I want to shout out to Bruce if you're watching. I seen you yesterday and we did some talking, so hello, Bruce. Now, backwards is not an option. Now, of course, it always is, but the Spirit's trying to tell you that you cannot go backwards. The thumbnail is Scarlet McGraw. It's a picture of a beautiful rainbow bird that I'm trying to set up with phlegm. I think they would be a great match. I'm like Cupid. Okay, and phlegm is Steve's bird. Now, if he comes up today, we have a Nine of Pentacles energy, and I'm going to use the Mage Tarot deck, and there's a picture of phlegm on Steve's shoulder. But we'll go out in a minute and pull cards. But Nine of Pentacles is abundance, all right? And if you go backwards, the abundance isn't going to come in. The second thing they want me to tell you is, have you ever looked in the sky and seen a bird flying backwards? No. It may circle, it may go sideways, and it may get blown by the wind, but you don't see birds flying backwards. You don't see airplanes flying backwards, okay? You don't even see spaceships flying backwards, okay? It just don't happen. And there's a reason for that. And the energy is trying to tell you that you cannot go backwards. It's not an option. Now, I want to give you just a couple examples, okay? Because they wanted me to tell you just a couple examples of tricky backwardness, okay? You quit a job and they call you and they give you a raise and they give you everything you wanted. But you quit a job to get a better one, but they sucked you back in because now they decided to give you everything you want. A divorce, right? Um, a club, a way of belief system, a friendship. You've left it, but they give you all these reasons, or there's all this matrix thinking that goes on, and they sucks you back, okay? It's kind of like when I say God can't fill full hands, so keep them empty, right? It's the same kind of advice where if you want something better, you have to get rid of the old. Even if the old promises you all better. I mean, how hard is that? I realize that it's hard, okay? I just left my matrix job. I'm doing great. A week later, they call me and they give me everything I want. Should I go back? No. I know. And the people are like, what do you mean, no? Well, my rule of thumb and the energy right now is you do not go backwards. We're not talking 5 years ago. We're not talking 10 years ago. All that's past. We're talking right now, the energy. The reason you're watching this video is because you want to know what the energy is. I'm not a psychic. I'm not telling you your future. I'm not doing any of that. I'm simply reading the energy. Okay? I wouldn't even need cards. I could just sit here and talk with you for half hour, however long. And I could tell you everything that Spirit's telling me to tell you. And I do that all the time on the phone, in person, but I'm also a tarot reader. So I enjoy reading the cards. Okay, so thank you for being here. I see Tasha and Peter. Okay, very good. So don't go backwards. And I know it's going to be tough because some of you I already can feel are going to get that phone call, are going to get that email, are going to get that text saying, "Oh, we want you to come back. Come back here, little girl. Come back here, little boy." You can't do it. You can do it. I mean, it says backwards is not an option, but that's the energy. You can do whatever you want. You have free will. Okay? But if you want to take the advice of the energy, it's to go forward. And how do you get empty hands? You get rid of the old stuff so that God can give you new stuff. Anything that you give away, whether it's money, whether it's a house, whether it's furniture, your love, whatever it is, God can give back tenfold if your hands are empty. I recently have given away quite a few things that I gave away for a lot less than I could have, right? I don't sit here and dwell on that because God just replaces me with a brand new one or a better one. Or he keeps it out of my life so that I have more room. Okay, so let's move forward. No going backwards. I sure hope you guys listen to this energy. Oh, I sure do. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the other room. And we're going to go ahead and walk through the darkness. We're going to walk through the valley of darkness. And we're going to go right into the light. All right, you watch this. We're going to walk courageously through the darkness. We're going to turn off the chatter, right? We're going to go into the light. There's the Indian in the background. You see him? That's Joe the Indian. His name is Sifar. I call him Joe, but that's not Joe. That's Sifar. He can see far. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles as the energy. Let's see if the Nine of Pentacles comes up. We're going to use my favorite deck. All right, let's use my favorite deck. This is the Mage Tarot deck. Kind of hard to see, but we'll get you in there. Okay, let's see if that helps. All right, we're going to go ahead and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay, now if we have the Hierophant at the end of the deck, I want to quick explain this. Maybe some of you don't know that the Hierophant is all four kings, all four queens. It's the highest card that we actually can pull. Okay, like I don't want to say the Pope in the Catholic religion because I don't do religion anymore, but I did anyway, I told you. And then I don't do holidays anymore. So if it was your birthday and I missed it, I used to always tell people happy birthday. I don't do any pagan holidays anymore. I don't do time anymore. That's why some of these are at 3, 4 in the morning here in California, because I don't do time anymore. I sleep when I'm tired. I'm awake when I'm awake. I do everything by the Spirit. And 11/11 portal was very significant yesterday. That is not a holiday. That is an actual event that is very important. So, okay, now the bottom of the deck is the Magician. So we have the Hierophant and the Magician, two of the wildest, coolest, best cards that you could link together. Because you got the most powerful Hierophant and you're giving him his powers back. And that's another thing I talked to Sue about yesterday. Susan, hello if you're watching. Our powers are being activated. And where did our powers go? Well, in this lifetime, we chose to have our powers diminished totally, taken away, lowered, whatever word you want to use, because we wanted to do this legitimately. So that at the end of the test, we could actually say, I didn't use my powers to get sober. I didn't use my powers to have my daughter. I didn't use my powers to get my daughter back. I didn't use my powers for anything. I got sober, stayed sober since 1995. My daughter's back in my life after being absent for probably, almost all of it. All these things, but I didn't use my powers. The only thing I did do is I had my higher self talk to her higher self. I also prayed daily to God to keep me sober. Okay, so I relied upon higher powers, but I didn't use any of my powers. Now that our powers are being activated by the Son, by God, by our higher selves, by Jesus, okay, the Jesus consciousness, right? Now we can start using our powers again. And that's what we're doing. That's what the mage and the Hierophant mean in this reading coming out together. Now you could say the overall energy then is a very magical Nine of Pentacles. I didn't pick the Nine of Pentacles yet, but I told you I don't need the cards. I read the energy first. Now we're going to the cards, and it's saying the Hierophant and the Mage are the overall energy of the Nine of Pentacles, which is abundance. Okay, so let's pick a few cards here. We've got the Ace of, the Page of Hearts, Page of Cups, Page of Prima Donnaism, all the same. I said Ace, so what that's saying is that the page is getting an A+. You're getting an A+, Tasha, Soul Sister, Peter, all of you that are watching in the live chat, and all of you that are watching later, you're getting an A+. This is the Page of Cups, but it feels like an ace. Okay, because you're balancing. You're doing the Two of Pentacles act. The Two of Pentacles act is this. You're balancing. You're not all work. You're not all play. You're not all using your powers. You're not all sleeping. You're balancing everything. Okay? Then we have, why? Because you want your wishes and desires to come true. You're going towards your Nine of Cups. If you're going towards your Nine of Cups, you have to be balanced. Okay? Make sure you're balanced. That is really a key. Okay, keep searching. This is my searchlight card where they all have those little lights on their heads. And they're searching. They're searching for truth. They're searching for answers. They're searching for their new path. Don't go backwards. Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Okay. Now I said Five of Pentacles and Five of Wands. What did I mean? I meant Five of Wands. So why did I say Five of Pentacles? Five of Pentacles is my matrix card in this deck. It's saying that you're searching for a way out of the matrix. So if you like your job and they're good to you, then you're right where you're supposed to be. But if you're going to work today and you are totally hating it, you're totally going against your morals, you don't feel right, you constantly have opposition, you have to leave it. Same thing with an addiction. I was told that when we were talking about not going backwards, how many people go to a rehab and then leave? Don't do it. Stay. Okay? Stay the course. Use your Emperor power. Now, the Emperor is your divine masculine side. Now, when my partner left and I had a business and houses and cars and all this stuff that I was just left with because he's gone, I had to jump into my Emperor power. I've been in my Emperor power for probably 3-4 years. 3 years. It'll be 3 years Christmas. I'm also drawn to his robe. It's maroon. It's the same color as my outfit. And they just wanted to point that out. Plus, this light here, is the same color as the background. Okay, so we've got the maroon and the orange in the background, and this is the maroon and the orange on the card. This stuff is so significant. You may not think it's significant, but it is. It's all, everything connects. So it's saying to go into your emperor mode, meaning what I just said, taking charge. You don't need people to tell you what to do. And if you can't figure it out, you delegate it. I've had a plumber come over because the sink was clogged. I had a new furnace put in. I can't do them things, but my partner did. He would get a snake, he would take care of the sink, he would put in a new furnace, whatever. He knew how to do all that stuff. Okay, he is gone. So I take charge. I'm the man of the house now and the woman of the house now, right? For 3 years, and I delegate what I can't do. That's what we have to do. Be in your emperor power. Okay, we got Soul Sister joined us in the live, and then I picked the Empress, and she really is. And for any of you that are on the live that can see the live, Soul Sisters of the Violent Flame has her own channel. And I watch it all the time, but I don't comment all the time. And there's the Empress, and that is her. She's all 4 queens. She's doing the same thing I'm doing, but she does it differently. She does it differently than me. Us 2 together, what a powerful team. Shout out to Soul Sister, and there's your Empress. Now, we're going to go backwards just a little bit because I got the Emperor and the Empress. Do you know how powerful that is to pull together? We went off track because they wanted Soul Sister to be recognized, to know that she is the Empress. But she needs to use more of her Empress, her Emperor power, her divine masculine right now over her Empress power. But the two together, which I believe she has her twin flame. I don't know for sure, but I believe she does. But it doesn't matter. The point is that that's within us. The Emperor and the Empress in us brings balance. So I don't want to be all masculine and I don't want to be all feminine, but since the masculine came out first, we're going to go with what I'm hearing, and that's we want to be more of the masculine right now. This is going to come in later when we're more, should I say, romantic? Because a lot of us are celibate and we're not going down the exchanging fluids road, but we are going to be romantic, creative. We're going to be loving. It's going to be awesome. Now, I'm not saying to anybody that you can't have sex. I'm just saying some of us are on a very high spiritual ranking level, and it's something we left behind. Just like we left behind alcohol, drugs, whatever. I can think of a lot of things I've left behind. And what did the title say? No going backwards. No going backwards. Okay, we got really powerful cards here. Okay, now don't forget the Hierophant and the Mage were the main cards, right? The Hierophant and the Mage. Then we had the Emperor and the Empress ending it. And then in the middle, we had the Page of Cups, balance, go towards your 9 of Cups, and keep searching with the 5 of Wands. Okay, now just to wrap it up, we're going to pick a few cards from Tasha's Divine Guidance. Randomly at the bottom of the deck was the same as yesterday. We have to put the ego to death. The ego must go. And that's easing God out. We got to ease God in, not out. Okay, now we're going to pick just a few cards to end this. You got your message pretty loud and clear. And as I said in the beginning, Dr. Pepper is very significant for somebody. Oh, I did give up soda too. I used to drink soda my whole entire life. I think they put soda in my baby bottles, I swear. And I gave up soda over probably a year ago. I don't know the exact date. I should have wrote it down because then I could have gave myself a little 1-year chip. But I'm sure it's been a year. And I just drink water, milk, coffee. I still eat sugar. I still put sugar in my coffee because I'm a hummingbird from Lemuria. Okay, so reconciliation, watch for red flags. And I'm drawn to the Mustang. It looks like a Mustang. I used to own 67 Mustangs and 84 El Caminos. Those are my main cars. But watch for red flags, okay? Now, the reason why we're watching for red flags goes back to the tidal energy. We don't want to go backwards. Watch for red flags. Hey, you want to come back and join us with all these old friends? No. Hey, do you want to come back to this position? No. Anything that's going backwards, please say no. Okay? There's a lot of immortality and no integrity. That's why you want to say no. You left for a reason. Even though now it looks like, oh, them people that you didn't like are gone. They're always replaced. Nobody's ever gone. Here's a good one. I used to tell people, they said, oh, I don't like my coworker. I said, that's okay. You get rid of her or you leave that job, another will pop up because it's about you going through your assignment, meaning you going through that energy. It's not about the person. So another one's just going to pop up. And yeah, they do look like that. I love Tasha's pictures. They are so awesome. Okay, let's pull just a couple more. There's a tower moment and a sudden change coming. Okay, now that tower and that picture go so together. But that's what's happening. You don't want to be in the building when the building comes down. We told you to leave that job. We told you not to go, and you went back anyway, and the building just collapsed. So we're going to kind of leave it there because it's just repeating itself. And I don't want to do that. You know, I like to just give you the message and go. And it's already 2242 on the clock. So let's go ahead and thank everybody for listening. Irene, Tasha, Soul Sister, Peter, everybody that was on the live. Again, another shout out to Bruce, an old friend from 3 years ago when my partner left. I seen this guy, Bruce, he looks like my husband, and he goes to the noon AA meeting every single day, and he's very helpful. And I run into him all the time at the store, and there are no coincidences. So, Bruce, hello. I am Miss Mystic. Thanks for listening.